should be good. Come on. Show me I'm live. There we go. How's it going, everyone? We're live. Just 3 minutes late because of technical difficulties. They changed streaming since I got banned. I'm back. How's it going, everyone? How are you guys doing on this wonderful Sunday afternoon? Put up notifications out there. Oh, well. Let me edit that. That's not the right link. The heck? Hold up. There we go. It's been, yeah, I know it's been a long 3 months. What's up, Adrian? Matt? How's it going, William? Start playing Battlefront again? Probably not gonna happen. What's up, Donovan / Dead Solo? How's it going, Dark Knight fan? Everyone's asking. Yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different stuff, including the DC Future State free preview that was just put out. So that was put out, I believe, earlier this week. So we'll be talking about that. That'll be fun, because we got a few new details, and it's a free preview that DC put out. I read through the whole preview except for the Legion of Superheroes part because I don't care about anything Bendis is doing. I just know, and he's all Legion of Superheroes, so. Yeah, who cares about that? Alright. Let's put one more notification out there. And boom. Alright, how's it going, Edward? Yeah, it's been ages. Yeah, it's been 3 months. I got banned. It's funny because I had my biggest stream ever. I had over 400 viewers, and then I get banned like a day later after my biggest stream of all time on YouTube. So that was sick. Thanks, YouTube. That was nice of you guys. And then the day I was supposed to make my comeback, which was November 25th, I had a plan. I put a video up letting people know, and then YouTube did not actually unban me on the 25th until like midnight, like of that day. So it wasn't even on the 25th. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's nice. I'm gonna stop getting DC except the Black Label stuff. I understand that because DC's got some good books, but they've fallen off a lot, and they're definitely directionless now because they have like there's too many cooks in the kitchen with DC. They got Snyder who wants to do his own thing. They got Bendis who wants to do his own thing. They got King who wants to do his own thing, and then they got freaking Big Daddy Jeff Johns who deserves to do his own thing. You know? Does that beat your list too? Just Lakey inspired. I got Lakey inspired. He's a guy. He's my. I use his music for my new what's it called? For my new outro because the Josh A stuff started getting copyrighted, so I had to switch. Sadly. Yeah, there you go. And I'll bring it up on screen as well in a minute. But yeah, you have too many people. So if you look at who deserves to lead DC, it's obviously Jeff Johns. How's it going, Trenton? And the dumbest thing is the fact that, so DC Future State is something that's going to happen at the beginning of next year, and during it they're going to pause all ongoing books. So like if you're a big fan of what's going on in Batman right now, or you're really digging Detective Comics or something like that, all that's going to get pushed to the side while we go and switch to DC Future State. So it's like, oh man, I'm really enjoying this. Oh, and then we get to take 2 months off what's going on in the current Batman series to read about the Future State book, which doesn't look too great. Like, and so it's really dumb, especially because through all this, like there's a couple books I'm kind of interested in. Like Justice League Dark looks interesting, and the Teen Titans book looks interesting, but the only thing is I didn't commit to either of those because of the creative team. That's the biggest problem to me with DC Future State, because of the fact that given with Future State, what you need to do, to get fans to actually invest and put their money in something. When you're introducing new characters, you have to have solid creative teams. You have to have one of two things when you're trying to get fans into something like this. You either have to give them the fan favorite characters they love, so that way they're like, okay, even though it's a creative team that I don't really know, at least it's characters that I love, so I'm interested to see what's going to go on there. Or you'd be like, okay, here's brand new characters that you know nothing about and have no history with, but here's a rock solid creative team that you know will do good. So it's like, okay, I'll put my money on that because I know the creative team. Here, they decided to not do that at all. They're like, here's brand new characters that you know nothing about, with creators that you also know nothing about and are very unproven, or some of them are proven and they suck. So that was just one of the dumbest things they could have done. No, I don't think what he did on also, it's all hearsay, because there are other people saying that stuff wasn't true about what Jeff Johns did. So the Jeff Johns stuff is all like hearsay. And no, I don't think that warrants him getting demoted in the comics department. What he did on a movie set, I don't think should correlate to what happens in the comics, in my opinion. So, and also it's funny because we didn't hear about any of this stuff until the movie sucked. No one was saying any of this stuff about Justice League and all that until the movie bombed and didn't make any money. And then suddenly everyone got brave and was like, now I'll talk about Justice League. But it's like, prior to that, it's like, oh, so if it would have made money, you guys wouldn't have said anything? Okay, that's good to know where your morals are at. But yeah, I don't think Jeff Johns should get demoted in comics. Let's go Giants. I'm so like freaking I'm so like back and forth on the Giants this season because I want us to lose so we can tank for Trevor Lawrence, but then I also, you know, it sucks to see us lose to like the Cowboys and stuff. So it's back and forth, and we've won too much now to where we can't get Trevor Lawrence because the Jets are just straight up tanking. But yeah, so I guess let's get into this future state preview. We can go over it, but yeah, I think that you can't trust Tom King to lead DC. Definitely not. You can't trust Bendis. Bendis is awful, and no one likes anything Bendis has done. And like, there hasn't been a single good thing Bendis has done at DC. I don't like Tom King. I don't think he's good at basically anything he does, but he has written some good DC comics, so he has a step over Bendis, I'd say, because there are a few comics that he's done that are good. So Scott Snyder has fallen off a lot ever since Endgame. I love Batman Endgame. It was great, but it was an insane book. And ever since then, Snyder's like, oh man, I need to top Endgame. I gotta go crazier than before. I gotta go just nuts. And it's like, no, dude, you don't have to do that. You don't have to make everything crazier than it was before. Endgame was great, but ever since then, like, he's written some good stuff since then, but for the most part, it's just like Death Metal is abysmal. Death Metal is awful. It's so bad. It's like, man, Death Metal's so bad. I don't know if any of you guys are reading Death Metal right now. We can talk about that in a bit. But, man, it's really bad. Yes, Philip Kennedy Johnson's on a Superman book for Future State. That's one of the 2 books that I added to my poll because my comic shop already sent out an email about, hey guys, you know, you need to send in all your orders for Future State. And so I put 2 books. One being the Superman book written by Philip Kennedy Johnson because it's Superman and it's Philip Kennedy Johnson, who is the guy that's writing Last God for the Black Label book. Batman Hat's so dumb. So that's why I added that, because it's a writer that I like and it's a character that I like. And then the other book I added was Justice League because Joshua Williamson's on it, and Joshua Williamson's Flash run has been one of the most consistent and solid runs we've had like the past 5 years. Like, he is very consistent. Williamson doesn't really write bad comics, at least as of, you know, since he got on the Flash. Like, he's very consistent. It's not always blowing your mind, but it's always worth the money that you spend on the book. So those are the 2 that I added to my poll list, was Justice League and Superman. The first Death Metal was all right. I was it was like a 7 out of 10 book for me. Like, I enjoyed it. It was a really crazy, but I wasn't that big a fan of it. But man, I'm curious to see the people that like go to their comic shop every week that are primarily reading DC, that maybe aren't the biggest fans of Marvel. They're probably not going to be reading a whole lot during this time, unless, you know, catching up on trades and stuff like that. Other than that, like, you're not going to be reading a whole lot during this time because, like, none of these books are really that interesting. Like, there's not much going. Like, some of the premises are interesting, but then you look at the creative team, it's like, most of these books for me are going to be word of mouth books. They're going to be like, okay, if I hear this book's good and my shop has a copy of it, I'll pick it up. But otherwise, I am not committing. I'm not pre-ordering this because I don't know if it's good. Like, yeah, Superman Batman's been great. It's the best Superman book out, or Batman Superman. It's been really good what he's been doing. What he did with Atomic Skull and everything, like it's been really solid. Like, I've really enjoyed it. I just caught up on that. I was a few issues behind. I just caught up on that. I'm still behind on some other books, but I caught up on a few books. I caught up on the most recent trade of Daredevil Volume 4, which was freaking fantastic, by the way. So good. It culminates in a huge battle in Hell's Kitchen with Daredevil and Kingpin fighting on the same side, which was really cool, against guys like Crossbones and Bullseye and others. It was really cool. And I just caught up on Last God, which was freaking amazing and the best book at DC. If you're not reading Last God and you're into any type of fantasy stuff, if you're into Witcher, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, read Last God. It is so good. Like, it is so damn good. Definitely worth it. And what else did I just catch up on? Yeah, and I caught up on Superman Batman. But I'm still behind on some other stuff. I caught up on Batman as well. Just read the news issue. Ever catch up on Last Stand? Still a few years behind on Last Stand. All these crossovers. Yeah, crossovers are dumb. Especially, I haven't been reading X of Swords. But everyone that is reading my X of Swords on my Twitter timeline talks about how absolutely awful it is. So I read 2 X-Men books, which are both the ones written by Benjamin Percy, which are X-Force and Wolverine. I read X-Men all the way up until... So I read House of X, Powers of X. I read all that, and then I read Hickman's main run of X-Men up until issue 8, and then I dropped off after issue 8 because it's just like, it's boring. Yeah, I'll do more podcasts. Me and Ian are planning on doing an episode of Mandalorian soon. Who knows? Maybe we'll even record one today, especially because the newest episode is really good. Not going to talk about it on the stream, though, because I don't want to spoil anything, since it did just come out on Friday, and there are probably people who save it to watch for the weekend. The Last God. Dude, Last God's so good. You know what I just picked up? I haven't read yet, but was Something Killing the Children, which is James Tynan's indie book. And I wanted to pick it up before, but the first issue was always sold out, but they just reprinted it, so I just picked that up and I'm excited to read it. Yeah, I read Wolverine X-Force, because I read X-Men, but then I just fell off. I just, too much dumb crap, and I was like, man, I really enjoyed House of X Power Dust. Yeah, Adrian, the Daredevil run is freaking fantastic right now. What Zdarsky's doing. I haven't read any of what's going on with Spider-Man yet, but I'm reading Daredevil right now, and it's so good. It's my favorite Marvel book. I'm really enjoying Bounty Hunters also, though. Bounty Hunters is really good, but Daredevil's my favorite Marvel book. We can also look at what I'm currently picking up as well. But I'm still definitely behind on the last series. I just got to this point where it's like, got a bunch of busy with stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll read it, and then I never did. So I still have some books that I'm behind on, but I did just catch up on Batman. The current what's going on with Batman, I sort of talked about it in my Arkham mod video. No, I haven't watched. Well, I watched a few episodes of the Gotham show. I didn't really care for it. I heard it got way better later on, though, but I'm still probably never gonna go watch that show. But what was it? What was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, Batman with the Ghostmaker, dude. So I'm enjoying the storyline going on, but Tynan, please stop including Harley in every storyline, for the love of God, please. He keeps, she was a huge part of Joker War, and now she's a huge part, she's playing a big part in Ghostmaker, and it's like, please, James Tynan, please, kick Harley to the curb. We don't want Harley. Just get her out of here, please. Oh my goodness, Harley annoys it. The last time I liked Harley was actually during White Knight. I liked Harley during Batman White Knight, which I've not read the sequel to, by the way, yet. But other than that, I haven't liked Harley in anything other than, the animated series. Superman's my favorite superhero, easily. Yeah, so Something's Killing Children, one of the best comics right now. That's what I heard. I've heard great things, but like I said, the first issue was sold out. So I was like, I'm not going to buy, the second, third, and fourth, when I haven't read the first. I wanted it physical. I didn't want to read it digital. So, and freaking Gideon Falls is ending soon. We've got, I think 2 more issues left. Oh, Gideon Falls is so good. I don't really want to talk about Gideon Falls too much because it's worth reading for the first time without knowing what's going on. You need to read Gideon Falls. But also, at the same time, they're probably going to do, a kick-ass omnibus for it, so you could probably wait for that. Considering the entire thing, I think, is going to be 29 issues, I believe. I want to say 29 issues. I have not read Hickman's Fantastic Four. I haven't read a whole lot of Hickman. I read, the first 3 or 4 volumes of his Avengers run, which was alright. And I've read House of X, Powers of X, and the first 8 issues of the X-Men run. House of X, Powers of X are the best thing I've read from him. I need to read, what's it called? East of West? I heard that's really good. Which looks better to you, Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League? My thoughts on this new Punchline shit, Carly Wannabe. So as far as Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad, I'm not really a fan of either right now. Like, I'm just not the biggest fan of either. I don't really have... I hope they're good, but neither really impresses me so far. And as far as Punchline, I was happy when she kicked the crap out of Harley, but I knew Harley wasn't actually dead, and then she came back, so she's whatever. Yes, Gideon Falls is a horror book from Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. There's the guys that I've talked about a million times before. They had a fantastic run on Green Arrow during the New 52, and they also had a run on Old Man Logan, which Andrea Sorrentino kind of dipped in and out of. He wasn't like there the whole time, but he was there for like the first like dozen or so issues, and they've done every issue of Gideon Falls together, and it has been amazing. It's an indie book from Image, and highly recommend it. Yeah, freaking Gideon Falls is legit. Yeah, I've read the first issue of Black Hammer, and I read the crossover between Black Hammer and Justice League, and it was really good. I'm not reading Rorschach because Tom King. I heard it was actually good though. I heard the first issue was actually good, so maybe eventually I'll check it out. Because I did enjoy his Superman book, Superman Up in the Sky, I believe it was called. That was actually legitimately good. Any other indie horror recommendations? The only other like indie horror recommendation I have is Witches. Witches was really good, but most people probably already read that. Witches from Scott Snyder and Jock. Fantastic book. They're supposed to be doing a sequel. They did like a one-shot for it, but I think they're doing a sequel. Or maybe they already did a sequel. I don't know. I haven't really caught up. This is horrible. You know, like Suicide Squad because Evil Superman. Well, that, and I despise Harley Quinn. You know, so... couple things there, and also the fact that the game seems to be more of it like they're gonna go for third-person shooter rather than like action adventure like Arkham game, like Manhattan Project, Black Monday Murders. Yeah, I heard Hickman's great, and like I said, some of the stuff I've read is really good, but then lately I've not been the biggest fan of it. And I've heard X of Swords is terrible, but I haven't read X of Swords. It's really not bad. Yeah, I heard Rorschach's good. Yeah, true. Are you getting Cyberpunk? Definitely getting Cyberpunk. When it comes out in 2023, I will get it. Alright, so I guess we can go this free preview now. Let me resize my camera. Whoosh. We can Alright. See if that's a good position. We're gonna go through the free preview. So this is the free preview they put out that kind of explains everything. You see we have the timeline at the bottom. Right here, 2025, Arkham Knights, Batgirls, Batman, Superman, Batman, Catwoman, Gotham City Sirens, Harley Quinn, Grifters, Nightwing, Outsiders, Red Hood, Robin Eternal. So most of the Batman stuff takes place in 2025. My camera's kind of blocking 2025, but... oops. And they broke it down into the different... into different sections. When do all these future state comics start? I think January. Hey, what's up, Adam? When your next Twitch stream gonna be? I don't know. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We just restarted the Madden League, so that's what we've been all like playing lately. By the time George comes out, it'll be a historical trauma type game. True. People are trying to sell on eBay for 25 bucks. That's so dumb. But yeah, this is free on Comixology, by the way. And Danny put a link to it on, like, I think DC's website. That's why I'm showing it, because if it wasn't free, I wouldn't be showing it, because then it would be, like, technically pirating, I think. But it's a free preview that DC put out. So, yeah. See, that's just showing that this is, like, showing that, like, so what's also weird about this is, prior to this preview coming out, DC said that DC Future State is like a possible future that could happen for the DC universe, and then this preview came out and it's like, no, this is what's going to happen. And it's like, okay, we don't know who Red X is. After Mad, maybe KFC. I wish. I'm trying to wait for Mike to get on to do KFC. I hate this Mr. Miracle design, by the way. This looks awful. Like, this looks terrible. Like, I can't just be the only one that thinks this looks awful. Like, this just looks bad. The cape, like, hiding behind him also. Like, this looks... what is this? Like, this is a terrible design. I got my Legion of Superheroes crap. Who cares about that? Yeah, the Supergirl design's terrible also. Yeah, that Mr. Miracle design. Okay, so this is the big thing with Gotham, if you guys don't know, is the Magistrate. The Magistrate is like this new sort of system and person that that takes over Gotham, and it turns it into just like Big Brother police state sort of deal. Because Bruce Wayne dies, he doesn't actually die, he's still alive, but Bruce Wayne dies, and so Gotham gets taken over by the Magistrate, becomes like this freaking Big Brother police state, and so that's the future for Gotham. And you've got like a low-tech Batman trying to survive in it, and then you've got this new guy that's Batman as well. Yeah, a lot of designs aren't very good. Batman's low-tech design's alright. I'm not the biggest fan of the symbol, but the rest of it's alright. And then, see, like, this is the thing. If you're introducing oh, it's Soundwave's favorite, Brandon Easton. Woo! Soundwave was telling me how much he loves this guy on a previous stream. But anyways, you've got brand new characters that no one has any reason to be attached to whatsoever, and then to get people to buy these books starring these characters that no one has any idea about, you put on creators that no one knows. Like what? Like what? Oh yeah, we kind of saw it. I mean, okay, so Gotham becoming a police state because Batman couldn't handle Gotham criminals is not a new idea. Gotham getting taken over by a foreign, like, enemy is not a new idea. Like, we've seen it a bunch of times. It's not new. It's just something they're recycling. But it's like, oh yeah, everyone's favorite Jeremy Adams or Brandon Easton, Megan Fitzmartin. So, like, maybe some of the people are good, but I'm sorry, you're not going to get me to pre-order when I have no clue, like, how your quality of writing is. John's costume's alright. This is the Wonder Woman Immortal design I like. She's got so this is like way in the future, and she's got a Green Lantern ring on her, like as a necklace for some reason. Brandon Easton, who you hire when you want your comic book to fail. There's DC. And then she's got like the gray streak because she's older, and she's got Batman's utility belt. I'm digging her design. And then I do like Superman's design because he's on War World and he's being a gladiator. I think it's kind of cool. I like it. And also, Michael Janin is a guy that I've talked about before, how I'm like 50-50 on him, and he's gotten better like in the last couple of years, because there was some stuff that I just hated he did, but then like some stuff looked really good, and this design looks really good. Like, Michael Janin did a great job. It seems like DC's trying to run themselves in the ground. It's like really dumb, especially because if this were a side thing, like if the other DC books were still going on during this wouldn't matter. It'd be like, okay, cool, I have something additional to pick up if I want to. Like right now with Dark Knight's Death Metal. Dark Knight's Death Metal is awful, but it doesn't really matter because your other books are still going on and they're not currently being affected by Dark Knight Death Metal, so you can still enjoy your other books. But with this, it's like, nah, you don't get to enjoy your other books. You just get to read DC Future State or nothing at all. How's it going, API? Dynamite. By using recycled ideas. Yeah, and another recycled idea is Superman going to War World and fighting there. He already did that in Superman Exile, and now he's doing it again. But that's a book. Okay, let's talk about Superman Exile for a bit. I mean, not Superman Exile, Superman Worlds of War. So, Superman Worlds of War is one of the 2 books I add to my pull list, this and Justice League, because Philip Kennedy Johnson is writing it, and I really like Philip Kennedy Johnson because of Last God, which is amazing. And if you're not reading Last God, I'm pleading with you, read it right now. If you're into any type of fantasy stuff, it is so good. Like, the art is amazing. It's one of the prettiest books out there. The writing is great. The lore is so cool. The only thing is, I'm still not familiar with everyone's names. Like, when I read the book, like, I know, okay, this is that guy, this is that guy. But then when I put the book down, I'm like, what's the name of that one guy again? Because they have, like, you know, those, like, fancy, like, fantasy elven names. So there's that. But Superman Worlds of War. In this storyline, the initial, like, I like the premise, but I hate the initial setup. So the setup is Superman leaves Earth because I think some big failure happens. Like, Superman, we don't know what it is. I believe Superman, like, fails somehow. Like, he did. Yeah, I don't know why Wonder Woman's wearing the ring on her as a necklace. It doesn't make any sense to me. It looks cool, but I don't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But anyways, Superman, like, has a big failure on Earth, so he decides to leave Earth and abandon his family so he can go to War World to, like, fight Mongol's son or something. So the initial premise is dumb because Superman in this continuity has revealed his secret identity to the world, and then he's going to leave Earth and abandon his family. So, Superman, every single one of your villains knows that your wife, Lois Lane, and your son, Jonathan Kent, are unprotected because you're off-world. So, when you leave to go, they're going to attack, if they're smart at all, and kill them while you're gone or take them hostage. So, that doesn't seem like a smart thing to do to me. Apparently, they kicked Kal out of Earth. I didn't read that. I read that, like, he leaves because he has some type of big failure. And also, how are you going to kick Superman out of Earth? Like, what? Who's going to kick Superman out? But anyways, I think that initial premise is dumb. Superman outing his dinner. I know Bendis is such a genius, dude. I can't believe no one else thought of that, like, 5 years ago in an event called Superman Truth, which is the exact same as the current event is called Superman Truth again. Yeah, same, Ethan, same. I can't wait for the retcon of his identity being outed. But it's only a matter of time. But if you get past the initial dumbness of Superman leaving his family when everyone knows that is his family and they would attack them, the premise of him going to World, although we've seen it before, and fighting like in the arena and going against Mongol Sun is cool, even though it's been done before. I'm excited for it, and it's Philip Kennedy Johnson. So at least I'm somewhat hyped for a Superman book. So I'll give DC Future State that. I'm hyped for a Superman book. All he had to do was replace Bendis with a competent writer, and boom. I'm excited for Superman. I like the new Wonder Woman's design, by the way. The Brazilian Wonder Woman. I like her design. I think she looks cool. And it's Joelle Jones, who does a great, she's a great artist. Her writing's alright, but art-wise, she's a great artist. But she's probably got the best design out of, or one of the best designs out of all these Future State ones, in my opinion. Who's right? Brandon Easton. Nice. Yeah, he's gonna write like the backup stuff or whatever for it. Thoughts on Peter Tomasi? Tomasi's one of the best writers out there. Him and Jeff Johns are like the top two guys at DC, in my opinion. In terms of writing talent, it's Jeff Johns and Peter Tomasi are the top two guys at DC in terms of writing talent. Like, they're both really good. Like, you can throw them on anything and they'll do good. Like, they're really good. But I really like her design. She's the new Brazilian Wonder Woman. She's not from Themyscira. She's from the Amazon, you know. And then, like, I don't remember what the premise was, but we can read about it in a second, though. And then here's the low-tech Batman suit. I don't mind the design. I'm not the biggest fan of the bat symbol, though. I wish the bat symbol was a little different. But the rest of it's alright. And then here's the new Batman. That, he's hiding his face because of the magistrate who took over. If you don't come to Brazil, Brazil comes to you. But it's because the magistrate has all this technology that can identify your face and stuff, so he covers his face. Also because they don't want you to know yet that it's a black guy. Like, that's my theory, because the guy already said it's gonna be a person of color. I think it's like trying to be like a surprise, to be like, oh look, it's a black Batman. So I think that's why they're hiding his face as well. I think that's it, so they want it to be a surprise. Or only 2 issues. So yeah, most of them are 2 issues, but it's gonna be over the place. It's taking place over January and February. I hope John has a cape. John has a cape. We just saw his design. Yeah, see, he's got a cape. Boom. John's book sounds really dumb. Okay, so let's go over the premise of John's book real fast, which is so dumb. So Superman leaves Earth and he leaves John in place to take care of Metropolis while he's gone. So he's the new Superman, essentially. So Brainiac comes in and attacks Earth and attacks Metropolis. Is it Luke Fox? We don't know yet, but it could be. That was the initial thing that we thought, was that back when this was going to be 5G, was that Luke Fox was going to come in. So it could still be Luke Fox. We don't know. Wally West is going to be fighting the Flash family because he's getting possessed by someone. So DC doing justice to Wally West as always. Yes, I have an Instagram. It's linked on my YouTube. It's at @the_RCBG on Instagram, William. But anyways, the premise for John's book. The premise for John's book is Superman goes to Warworld and leaves Metropolis and Earth in the care of John. While he's gone, Brainiac comes and attacks Metropolis. John's bright idea to save Metropolis is to shrink it down and bottle it like Kandor. Because he's an idiot, apparently. First Batman gamer confirmed. True. But, it's so dumb. So I think the whole point of that they're doing is so Supergirl can teach John a lesson and be like, no, John, You don't bottle Metropolis. That's wrong. I was there when Kandor was bottled. It's bad. It's like, who in their right mind, what superhero would be like, oh, I need to bottle the city to protect it? It's so dumb. It's such a dumb premise. With all the lessons that we've seen John has learned from Clark, he wouldn't bottle Metropolis. That wouldn't be his first line of defense. He wouldn't be like, I'm going to bottle Metropolis. Yeah, that's the premise. Brainiac comes to Earth to do whatever Brainiac's going to do this time around, and John bottles Metropolis to try to save it, and then Supergirl gets pissed at him. I'm excited about Endless Winter. It's about him. Yep. Yeah, it does. I don't remember who's writing it, though. Who is writing it? Well, we'll see in a second who's writing it. I don't remember who's writing it. But we'll see in a second. And then the Lex Luthor storyline sounds dumb. So back in like the Silver Age, Lex had his own planet called Lexor, where he like had his own people and they worshipped him like a god. And we're still can. And oh man. And Lex, now that planet's back. Lexor's back and he's like a god to them and whatever. And it could be interesting, but they've already talked about in like prior interviews that they're going to make this book basically a Harley Quinn-esque goofy romp. Like, oh, look how funny it is. Lex has his own planet. Isn't this quirky and funny? And it's like, yeah, no. And then the Nightwing book, I was really disappointed with the premise of. Because in the Nightwing book, guess what? Batman, is dead, except not actually. And so, there's a new Batman town. Nightwing's going to Gotham to help protect it because Batman's dead. And he's going to, like, sort of confront this new Batman because in his mind, Bruce Wayne's the only Batman. That's, like, the premise for that book. What's really disappointing about this is, like, come on. Put my mans in Bloodhaven. Stop having Nightwing go to Gotham, please. I want to see Nightwing in Bloodhaven. I want him with his own city. We keep dragging him back to Gotham. Stop! Like, I want to see Nightwing in Bloodhaven. Like, come on. But I like Zatanna's designs, though. Zatanna's look cool. But yeah, and then Aquaman's, like, dead, so Aqualad becomes Aquaman, and then Aquaman and Mara's daughter becomes the new Aqualad, or Aqualass. So that book actually had an interesting premise, where they, like, both get captured or something. It actually had an interesting premise, but again, it has, like, a creative team that I don't know. Oh, this is a Supergirl design I was talking about. That is awful. Look at this. It's like something out of a 1950s, like, housewife thing. What is this design? How is she fighting? Like, what? Battle for the Cow sequel? Kind of. What is this? Who came up with this? I'm not even a Supergirl fan, but I'm mad at this design. Like, it's so bad. Why is she wearing her cape as a skirt? And why is her, like, collar like that? What the? And then, if you look at, Cassandra Cain's and Spoiler's design, they look the same except different colors. Look at them. Look at these two. Tell me there's a difference. There's not. Oh, she has a belt on her thighs. That's it. It's literally just the same design with different colors. Like, come on. How do you do that? How do you do the same design with different colors? Like, they tried to sneak this past. Dan Mora tried to be slick. He's like, it's a different design, guys. Trust me. Trust me. Supergirl never had to, it was just Superman, but on her with a skirt. So, but now it's even worse. Yeah, she's changing to Superwoman now. Oh, wearing a onesie is now. Yeah, I don't like her hair either. I don't get like the whole like short hair is whatever. But the costume, like, why is it the same? Then we got there's a new Wonder Woman who I think has one of the best designs. Here we get a preview of some art. Here's the new Batman book. Let's see. And here's the new Wonder Woman. Told you, like, the art's great because it's Charlotte Jones, but I'm not the biggest fan of her writing, so if I hear good things, I'll pick it up. But we know the art's gonna be good. And yeah, the Flash family's gonna be going against Wally because he gets, like, possessed by something. I don't remember, but that's the premise. And then Nicholas Scott's doing the art for Nightwing, so you know the art on that's gonna be good. Like, look at this, looks good. But the artist, I don't know the artist on I mean, not the artist. I don't know the writer, like the person. I don't know who they are, so I'm not gonna pick it up unless I hear good things. What's up, Mr. DC Comics? And Future State is just like what's it called? That New 52 event we had. I can't remember what it was called. I talked about it before though. It's like that New 52 event we have. A lot of people are comparing it Convergence. I don't think it's like Convergence. I think it's like the dang, what was the one where we had a 5-year jump forward in New 52? I can't remember what it was called. Deathstroke killed Oliver Queen, but then it was fake. Man, I can't remember what it was called. I don't remember. By Ezra Miller. And then this is the part that I skipped. I didn't read any of this because it's Legion of Superheroes, and that's all like headed by Bendis. All right, here we get some creative teams. So on Batman Future State, the next Batman, which is $8. It's 64 pages, but it's $8. Freaking written by John Ridley. Don't know who that is, but apparently he's like some TV guy. Brandon Thomas and Paul Jenkins. Art by Nick Darrington's a solid artist though. So they've got a good artist, but I don't know. Yes, this is what 5G morphed into, because DC is just all over the place in their creative direction. So this is what 5G morphed into essentially. Then we got Flash #1 by Brandon Vietti, who's a guy that's like written in I think episodes of Young Justice. So he's definitely qualified to head the Flash book. Harley Quinn, don't care about Harley Quinn. You could have the best creative team ever on there. I would not read Harley Quinn. Future State, Superman of Metropolis, written by Sean Lewis and Brandon Easton, who Soundwave has read plenty of books by Brandon Easton, says he's absolutely terrible, so I'll take his word on that. I believe him. I don't know who Sean Lewis is. I don't know who these artists are either. And the premise sounds dumb. Swamp Thing, Ram V, I believe is currently like writing Justice League Dark. I actually heard it's pretty decent, but I haven't even read like the current Justice League Dark, so I don't know. And then Wonder Woman again. Joelle Jones is a great artist. Like, whoops. She's a really good artist, but but her writing's not the best. So, and then Dark Detective, Mariko Tamaki is terrible. She wrote here. She is not good. Yeah, she's written like this freaking Harley Quinn Breaking Glass book, which I heard was like really bad, and I don't know why they put her on Detective Comics. She's writing Dark Detective. Like, what? Why? So definitely not picking that up. Matthew Rosenberg's on it, though. I like Matthew Rosenberg. But Mariko Tamaki does... Sorry, not gonna... And Dan Moore is a good artist, but I'm not gonna pick that up, because I know Mariko Tamaki's not good. And then we got Jeffrey Thorne and Josie Campbell, and Ernie Altbacker. I have no clue who any of those people are. Was the script for 12 Years a Slave? Well, that's cool and all, but at the same time, like, that doesn't... Like, as much as I heard that movie's fantastic, like... Why is he writing comics now? Like, it's all these weird things. Like, hey, this guy wrote Young Justice, so that means he can write comics. This guy wrote the script for 12 Years a Slave, so now he's writing comics. What? Justice League by Joshua Williamson, Ran V. Again, Joshua Williamson is a solid... Dang, why do I keep hitting back? The Giants, again, I'm kind of 50-50 on that, because I want us to lose so we get a good draft pick, and I don't like Daniel Jones, but I want us to win because I'm a Giants fan, so... But anyways, Joshua Williamson and Ram V are probably the two most solid writers to put together, because Joshua Williamson is great on Flash. Ramsey's, I believe, writing Justice League Dark, and I heard it's pretty good. I can't vouch for him because I haven't read it, but I heard it's pretty good. So I picked up Justice League. That's going to be on. That's on my poll. And then we got Supergirl by Marguerite Bennett. I have no clue who that is. Robin from Megan Fitzmartin. No clue who that is, but I love Eddie Barrows. Eddie Barrows is a great artist. Thanks for typing it out, Soundwave. Why are DC movies terrible? Not all DC movies are terrible. And then we got Superman Wonder Woman, which revolves around John Kent as Superman and the new Brazilian Wonder Woman. And it's written by Dan Waters, who I don't know who that is. I don't know who the artist is. Lee Weeks is a great artist, though, but he's only doing the cover. And then Teen Titans actually sounds interesting, but it's written by a guy that, again, he did, like, some cartoons. This guy did some cartoons. Yeah, look, he did the, like, he's done some of the Superman cartoons and stuff. And, like, some of that stuff's good, but that doesn't make him qualified to write the comic. But the premise for Teen Titans is actually cool because if I remember correctly, this is the one that Red X is in. It brings back the cast from Marv Wolfman's New Teen Titans together, and I believe they're going after Red X, if I remember correctly. So like the premise sounds cool, but I don't know if I want to commit because I don't know if this guy's gonna do any good. Is like, yeah, Eddie Barlow did great on Nightwing, and he did some stuff for Superman too. You think Jeff Johnson would write a good Deathstroke comic? You mean Jeff Johns? Jeff Johnson? I think he wrote some Deathstroke in West Coast Teen Titans. That was good. So I'm excited for the Teen Titans story. That sounds interesting. Can you just ban that guy who just keeps spamming? But anyways, Catwoman by Ram V and Otto Schmidt. Otto Schmidt's a fantastic artist, and again, I heard Ram V's good. So I might pick that up, because that's actually a pretty solid creative team. But I don't know if I care enough about Catwoman for it, you know? How's it going? How do I think DC will bring Darkseid to the big screen? Well, we know that he's going to... We know that Darkseid's going to appear in the Snyder Cut. That's the first time we'll see him in any type of live-action movie, so... I hope it's good, but I don't have a whole lot of faith. Then Nightwing... I don't know who Andrew Constant is. Nicola Scott's a good artist, though. She's really good. But who is Andrew Constant? I've looked all these people up before. He did an Etrigan comic. Looks like that's like all he's done is he did an Etrigan comic. No clue if this guy's any good. Two different people. I don't know. How's it going, FF2? So, and again, him going to Gotham, like, put him in Bloodhaven, dude. Then we got Future State Shazam #1. I don't really care. Then Superman Worlds of War, which Philip K. Johnson haven't been excited, and the premise is kind of interesting, but man, everyone else on there. We got Philip K. Johnson's good. Michael Conrad. I feel like I know that name. What's he written? Immortal Wonder Woman, Midnighter. So he's written some stuff. I haven't read any of this though. He's written some stuff. I have no clue if this guy's any good or not, but he's written some stuff apparently. Dude, what is with these? Yeah, these bots right now. Yes, Edward's back with the Teen Titans, which again, the premise for the Teen Titans book sounds cool, but I don't know the creative team. Let's see if Rafa Sandoval's a good artist or not. Oh, it's this guy. Okay, I know this guy. I didn't know him by name, but looking at his art, yeah. He's on like Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, he's good. Okay, so it's a good artist on there. I might actually pick up Teen Titans then. Because the artist's good, the premise sounds cool, I just don't know how the writing's going to be. So Worlds, I'm excited because of Philip Kennedy Johnson and it's Superman. But man, I don't know how Michael Conrad is. Becky Cloonan's alright. I read some of her Punisher run. Some of it was good. It was like, some of it was not that great. I don't know Jeremy Adams, and Brandon Easton, again, is apparently terrible. Michael Janon's gotten much better over the years, so his art's much better. And then... this one, I don't know who Brandon Thomas is, but the Aquaman, like... I like the premise of it, of, like, Aquaman being gone and Aqualad taking over for him and, like, helping train Mara and Arthur's daughter. I like the premise, but I don't know the creative team, so I don't know if I'm going to read it or not. This, I'm not going to read because Jean Louis Yang is, like, one of those, like, just most average writers of all time. How many bots are there? Holy crap. Will there be much racism in the Batman book? I don't know. He did some of the worst dialogue in DC history. Oh, nice. Good to know. I think he helped with the new Superman movie, though. That was good, but that's a movie, so. But, yeah, Superman, Batman, Jen Lewing, again, he's a guy that, like, he writes, like, the most average stuff. He's not bad, but he's not good either, so it's definitely not worth $4. Like, I'm not going to be picking that up. Legion of Superheroes, definitely not picking that up. The Suicide Squad, no, I don't really care. And then Imperious Lex, I'm not picking up. So out of all these, I'll go over what I'm picking up now. So I'm 100%, because I already added Superman Worlds of War to my pull list, and I also added Justice League to my pull list. So those two I am 100% picking up. What I might pick up as well is Wonder Woman, the Brazilian Wonder Woman. If I hear good things, I'll pick that up. Teen Titans, I might as well. And I might pick up Aquaman. But aside from that, I don't think I'm going to pick anything else up. Like, I don't think I'm picking anything else up. Maybe Nightwing, maybe. Just because it's not Dan Jurgens and it's different and it's not like what we've been currently having. Yeah, he wrote Superman Takes Down the Klan, and he wrote the Chinese Superman as well. And he wrote, he's basically a guy that whenever they have an Asian character, they throw him on there because he's Asian. It's really dumb. But that's comics. He wrote a Last Airbender comic that I liked. But for the most part, everything I've read of his, again, it's not bad, but it's like, it's just so average. It's like, it's not worth $4. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, that's basically it. You get some better looks at the designs here. There's Superman's design before he goes to Warworld. The sort of Kingdom Come-ish design. Marvel isn't doing any better. I don't know what's going on currently with Marvel. I like the Wonder Woman Immortal design, though. It's cool. Although the ring on there is kind of stupid. Zatanna's design's cool. I think that's Connor as Superman. I didn't read Chinese Superman, so I have no clue how it is. I just remember he came in some of the, what's it called? Dude, are you reading Zdarsky's Daredevil? Because if you're not, Adam, you need to read it. It's so good. I just read Volume 4. And oh man, Volume 1 and Volume 4 are my favorite. Volume 2 and 3 were good as well. But Volume 4 was amazing. Like, there's a big battle in Hell's Kitchen. And it's, oh man, it's so good. Nothing for Red Hood? No, we got I don't know what Red Hood's book is. We got like a Red Hood book. Well, here, this shows you when it comes out. What else? 7 books I look forward to monthly now. For me, because I read Daredevil and Trade, and that's my favorite Marvel book. So as far as like what books Marvel, I like Bounty Hunters a lot. Fan are getting canceled. Yeah. Here, we can look at let's look at what series Marvel has. The Zdarsky run's really freaking good. Like it's so good. And what they've been doing with Daredevil and with Kingpin stuff. There's definitely some recycled ideas, but Zdarsky's done a great job with it. Okay, let's see. Oh man, we just got through all the Lakey inspired music. I was like, what was that? Okay. Flash this year, I'm scared to back on. So Flash, yeah, Flash, Williamson's run ended, but I heard it was really good how it ended. I haven't read it yet. I need to catch up on Flash though. But also read New Gods. Freaking or Last God, I mean. Last God is so good. That's a book that I cannot recommend to everyone in chat enough. The Last God. This is the series that you got. It's 10 issues in right now, plus like one what's it called? One-off issue. It is amazing. Or 2 actually. It's so good. You guys need to read Last God. It's the best Black Label book. It's probably my favorite book at DC right now. It is amazing. So that's, and also it's an easy book to pick up because it's only 10 issues in, so you can literally just jump in and just catch up on like, say Flash or something. Yeah, we're getting a new Super Sun series, which is cool. I'm excited about that. It's going to take place after the last miniseries ended, so that's cool. But hopefully that one does really well in sales to where DC's like, maybe we should de-age John and retcon some of the stuff Bendis did. It was on the list for trying to catch up with other stuff like Justice League Dark. Okay. I have not. I read Justice League Dark like the first 2 issues when Tynion was writing it, and I liked it. Any opinion on Deceased? I'm enjoying it still. I really like it. It's pretty good. I think I haven't read the newest issue. I think issue 5 was the newest issue, right? I don't think I've read that yet. I have it. I just haven't read it because I got caught. Again, I'm behind on some book. Those X-Men Plus 4 might be the best of the year. Wow. Adrian, I have not read X of Swords, but I heard it is terrible. So I would, from what I've heard from people that I trust, do not read X of Swords. It's awful. I haven't read it, but a lot of people that I trust their opinion say it's terrible. So I wouldn't read it. I'm reading Wolverine and X-Force, and those have tie-ins because it's one of those dumb tie-in event books where it's like, hey guys, if you want to read X of Swords, you're going to have to pick up issue 8 of Wolverine, and issue 12 of X-Force, and issue freaking 11 of X-Men, and issue 5 of Marauders, and blah, blah, instead of it all being in one book. It's like, go to all these different places, and then if you just have those, you have to just get these weird out of context stories in the middle of your run. So it's dumb. I hate those. I was hoping we were past those, because I hate those. That's one of the dumbest things in comics is those crossover books to where you have a storyline that's just takes from all these different stories, because 22 parts. It's so dumb. Because like, say there's someone that just really likes X-Force, doesn't give a crap about X-Men, doesn't give a crap about Marauders, and they're just reading X-Force. And then suddenly, in the middle of their X-Force storyline, they get part 4 of X of Swords. And they're like, wait, what? What? I thought we were continuing a new X-Force arc. What's going on? I don't want to buy 21 other books to understand what's going on. There's one issue X-Force. Yeah, mandatory tie-ins. It's dumb. Like, I'm fine with doing, like, the separate spin-off tie-ins, but if you're interrupting another series to tie into your event, stop doing that. DC, Marvel, stop it. We're past it. It's 2020. I don't need that no more. I hate it. Ugh. I don't know who's going to be Red X. I don't think it's going to be Damian. I really hope it's not Damian. But we'll see. Yeah, Piercy and Bogdanovic's Wolverine is dope. Freaking Bogdanovic's so good. He's literally, like I've said before, he's like Greg Capullo's twin. And he's still got his own style, but it's very similar to Capullo's, and it's great. I haven't been reading Avengers. Is Jason Aaron still on Avengers? I haven't read an Avengers comic since I think that run started. Since Jason Aaron and Ed McGuinness took over, I read like the first issue, and that was it. I haven't read anything else. But yeah, then X of Swords took over, exactly. Yeah, it's so let's see if I can if they have let's see if they have the storyline on Comixology, because Comixology will sometimes put the storyline. Yes, X of Swords. You ready for this? Oh, come on, they're not even showing all of it. What the heck? Oh, they didn't put all the tie-ins. They just have the handbook. Come on, Comixology, you're slacking. There's so many. Let's see, what does this collect? Okay, so X Swords collects Creation #1, Stasis #1, X Swords Destruction #1, X-Men 12 through 15, Excalibur 13 through 15, Marauders 13 through 15, X-Force 13 through 14, New Mutants #13, Wolverine 6 through 7, Cable 5 through 6, Helion's issue 5 through 6, X Factor #4. Holy crap! Imagine if you're reading just one of these. Imagine if you're just digging the Cable run right now, then issues 5 and 6 come out of nowhere, and you're like, what is going on? Like, who's writing Avengers right now? What's the beat you listening to? We're listening to this right now. Chill Day from Lakey Inspired. That's what we're listening to right now. But anyways. Man, this is so dumb. Well, Punchline, she's still gonna be. Yeah, Punchline's gonna stick around, especially because a lot of people, like, she connects to the same audience that Harley did. You know, she kind of brings in like the cosplayers, and like she'll sell merch, and like people buy statues and stuff of her. So she'll like drive up sales of her books. She'll be like, oh, she's on, like, her first appearance skyrocketed in price. I wonder who Red X is gonna be. Jason Aaron is writing Avengers? Alright. You know, something I wanted to enjoy was Savage Avengers, but they had what's-his-name? Like Mike Todaro Jr., and I do not like his art at all. But I really wanted to enjoy it, even though it's also Gary Dugan, who's like very mid. Kev Walker's doing the art now. I really wish David Finch did interiors, because man, his art's so good. Although it can get a little wonky at times, but he's like just a cover artist now. Okay, this run's still going on. What's behind you? Well, I don't follow 22 parts. Understandable. Are you gonna see the new Suicide Squad movie? Yeah, I'll see it. I don't have high hopes for it. What's going on in Batman? All right, so here we'll talk about what's going on in Batman, because that's one of the books I am caught up on. Let me bring it up for reference. Come on, Batman, load up. Last. Alright. So this is the issue that just came out. And these are... This is basically the only one. Well, this one's kind of in it. Alright. So this is a new villain called Ghostmaker. Ghostmaker is a guy that trained with Batman, like back when, you know, when Batman went on his whole tour of getting trained overseas before he was Batman. When Bruce was like, I'm going to go get trained by the best guys in the world everywhere. Well, one of his training partners was this guy, Ghostmaker. We don't know his actual name yet. But he is the guy that one of the guys that Batman trained with. Now he shows up in Gotham. And he's like, Batman, you don't handle this stuff well, you know, you have too many killers running loose, you don't know what you're doing, you're not good, I'm here to teach you a lesson, basically, and just be like, I'm here to show you that you're not effective. And so he's trying to kill this kid who's Clown Hunter. Clown Hunter is a kid who his parents were killed by Joker's cronies, like in front of him when he was a kid, so now he goes and he kills clowns. And this guy's trying to kill him. That's why you see this cover of Ghost Hunter or Ghostmaker going after Clown Hunter and Batman trying to save him. And this is them back in the day training, Bruce and this guy, before he's Ghostmaker. In the latest issue, this guy, Ghostmaker, kicks the crap out of Batman and Harley. Because Clown Hunter tries to kill Harley. Harley kicks his ass and knocks him out. And then Ghostmaker comes in and like stabs Batman in the back twice, and he passes out from blood loss, and also like I think gets like electrocuted, and then he knocks out Harley as well. And so that's where issue 3 ends. Is this guy has Batman, Harley, and Clown Hunter all like captive. So we don't know what he's gonna do in the next issue, but that's what's going on in Batman right now. Is there's a new villain called Ghostmaker, and he's very technologically advanced as well. You still might watch out. Let's see. But I hate the fact that he involved Harley in the storyline. I wish Clown Hunter would kill Harley. I hate Harley so much. Ghost Hunter. It's too easy to say Ghost Hunter. Yeah, I know. It's dumb. No, I love Barry Allen. I'm glad Barry came back. I am sad with what's been happening to Wally West though, but I like Barry. He's still my favorite Flash, Barry. Just so happen to be the same person. Oh no, this is different than Hush in terms of that. So we don't know who Ghostmaker is yet, but it's not gonna be like that where it's like Tommy Elliott and Hush are just at the same time. No, it's just Tommy Elliott. It's not that. Wait, this Steam note? What? You good, Richard? But that's what's going on in Batman right now. So what's going on in Avengers? Oh man, a lot of this is on it's on Comixology Unlimited. I might have to check it out. You know what was really good? That where the heck am I? So this is the newest issue that just came out. Or is this the wrong run? Yeah, this is the wrong run. Okay. So this run ended and they did a new Avengers. They rebooted Avengers again? See you, Adam. Thanks for stopping by, man. Alright. What's the new Avengers? I thought that was the one I remember last. Was that one? Yeah, it doesn't even say it ended. What the heck? But it did end. Thor's pretty good. I'm still a few issues behind, but Thor's pretty good. I've been enjoying it. I'm a couple issues behind. Last issue I had was like issue 5 or 6. His own books and Young Justice. I have no clue. I know Tynion loves Tim Drake, so he might bring him into the fold in his book. I have not read Josh Williams' Justice League Death Metal tie-ins. Any good indies you're currently reading? The only indie I'm currently reading is Gideon Falls, which is amazing, and it ends soon. I believe issue 29 is the final issue. So check it out. It's really good. What else is there? And then I just picked up the first issue of Something's Killing the Children, which I'm excited for because I heard it's really good. I don't know when they reboot Avengers. Yeah, I'll be reading Challengers of Super Sons. I definitely want to support that book. We can actually look at that. They put out like a... DC Reunite Super... Let's go here. DC Reunite Superboy, Robin, Challenge of Super Sons. Tynion is writing, he's writing Batman, he's writing Something's Killing the Children, and then he's writing like another indie book as well. I'm not sure what else he's writing at DC though. Who do you think's gonna write Superman after Bendis leaves? I have no clue because we're not gonna find out till after freaking Future State. Because Bendis' last issue is like coming up soon, and then that Superman Action Comics put on hold. And then we're back to, and then we're into Future State, and then after that, we get to Superman, who the new writer is. So, we won't know for a while. I have no clue. I wonder if they'll put Williamson on it. I have not been reading Amazing Spider-Man. Last Spider-Man book I read was Life Story, which is really good, from Zdarsky. Are you buying DC Comics? I'm buying DC Comics right now. I'm reading Batman, Detective Comics, Last God. What other DC Comics am I reading right now? I feel like there's more, but that's all I can think about. Deceased, Dead Planet. I feel like there's more, but I can't think of them. Yeah, I heard about Mark Waid writing Superman, which makes me sad. I hope it's not true, but they want to get a big name, and that's a big name. Even though we know Mark Waid's past his prime in terms of his writing. Who do I want to write Superman after Bendis leaves? Obviously, I'd love Jeff Johns to come and fix everything, but otherwise, I'd really love to see Marv Wolfman give it a shot. I think Marv Wolfman could do great, especially because what he did with Man Superman, he talks about he still loves Superman, would love to write Superman. I think he could do a really good job. I've not read Batman Beyond recently. We're writing Challenge of Super Sons. December 14th. 14 99-cent chapters. Hey, thanks for the $5, Mr. DC Comics. Appreciate it. What's your thoughts on Devil May Cry's Virgil theme song? It's a really good song. Play it in the background, please. It's a video game soundtrack, so I probably won't get copyrighted. But if I get banned again, this is his fault. I'll put it on though. Let's see. I've never played Devil May Cry in my life. Let's see. Let's pause this music.
Pizza time.
Hey, let's see. Virgil's battle theme. I'm assuming that's it. Yeah, it's got 3.7 million. Okay, we'll put it on the background. This is loud. Alright. We'll vibe to that for a second. Alright, anyways. Best terrible storytelling. Yeah. Favorite Robin, Dick Grayson. What's up, Baraju? Wow, this definitely changed the vibe a lot. Listen. I occasionally play Arkham City. I have something going on. Is he getting banned? We want rest for DC Comics. As you should. Yeah, this is definitely a lot more intense than what we're listening to. It sounds a bit like Doom, kind of. Yeah, this sounds a lot like the Doom soundtrack. And little books like Batman Superman going to just resume. Yeah, they're gonna. That's what DC said is like. So Batman, say Batman for instance, is gonna stop, in December, and then resume after like resume in like March. And then after that, it's going to it's going to just resume where it left off. Is the plan. We'll listen to like another minute of this, but this is a bit distracting because there's actual lyrics in this song. So you go to that kill now. How's it going, Batman 01? But it sucks that it's digital only, but at least we're getting more Super Sons. You can't hear the music? You should be able to hear it now. You guys should be. I had it really low though, because it's like really loud for me. You guys hear it now? I believe it's not affecting Black Label, just main continuity. Alright, we're gonna stop. It's like a 10-minute song. I listened to 2 minutes. I appreciate the $5, Mr. DC Comics. But it's distracting because there's like lyrics and stuff in it. It's a lot more hardcore than like stuff you just vibe to. I just can't hear anything. Alright. I hear motivation. The song is alright. It sounds like Doom. Yeah. Not the big. I like the music itself. Not the biggest fan of the dude singing though. That's my opinions on that. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect Black Label. All right, if they have a copy of Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, I'll pick it up in my comic. No, Black Label is not getting shut down as far as I know. I'm not gonna read King's Batman, Catwoman. No, definitely not. Just I don't care. I'm excited for this book though. It does suck that it's digital only. Cause the last thing they did together was really good. The last we had a robot Jonah Hex. The last Super Son storyline we had. Is there anything else upcoming? Let's go to let's go to DC Comics website. Look at their books. Earth 1 Volume 3 you're picking up. Talking about Volume 3 Batman? Oh yeah, Batman Earth 1 Volume 3. Yes, definitely. I enjoyed the first 2 volumes. I really enjoyed the first 2 volumes, so I'm definitely going to pick it up. I mean, there's a chance for Super Sons to undo. No, Super Sons isn't going to undo anything. Super Sons is going to take place right after the last Super Sons storyline we got. It's not going to undo anything, sadly. I wish it would. Yeah, Clayman's one of the best working artists. He's so good, but he doesn't do anything with anyone else other than Tom King. It's like, why? Put him on another book, please. Yeah, like, so Tom King's Batman run is good at first, and then the wedding happens, and there's like some dumbness, and it falls off, and then there's like a good Mr. Freeze arc, and there's a lot of dumb crap, and then like it's spread really thin, and then you get the Bane art, City of Bane, which is terrible, and there's like, it falls off. Like at first it's like, wow, this isn't bad, and then it's like, oh, this Mr. Freeze arc's really good, and then it's just, and there's just, yeah. Single hand of Transformers books. That's how it is with G.I. Joe. That's how sad G.I. Joe right now is. The freaking best G.I. Joe book right now is the Snake Eyes book written by, what's his name? Freaking Rob Liefeld. The best G.I. Joe book we've had in like a decade is written by Rob Liefeld. So, that shows you the state of the G.I. Joe books. I wish I could just look at like all the current series. Okay, current series. Let's see. Action Comics not reading that. Let's see. What am I reading out of this? I'm reading Batman. Three Jokers just ended, but I was reading that. I'm reading Batman Superman, which is one of the best books at DC right now. Dark Knight Death Battle, which sucks, but I'm reading it. I wish Marvel had a page like this where you could look at all the... Why is there another human Green Lantern? I know they're like bringing her into like canon, I believe, with Future State. This is like an out of canon book, I believe, but then they're bringing her into canon with Future State, which is weird. I just hate that it's another human Green Lantern. Please stop with the human Green Lanterns. Like, stop. Yeah, the War of Jokes and Riddles was good at first, And then I'm not the biggest. Michael Jan did the art in it, and again, like I said, he's gotten way better since then. But during it, I was not the biggest fan of it. Well, his art. But then there's some stupid stuff with Deathstroke in it, and the ending was kind of dumb. But besides that, I enjoy it. Hey, how's it going, Nerdette? Can't wait for Future State. I hope Future State's good. I hope so. I'm just trying to be optimistic. You didn't like the G.I. Joe art? That stuff. Dude, the artists we've gotten on G.I. Joe, so bad. What's it called? It's good though. Freaking, there's one G.I. Joe artist that we've had that's so good. What are you guys? But freaking, oh dang, what's his name? I follow him on. He actually just posted like on Instagram for the first time forever. What is his name? I can't remember his name. Damn it. I can search it up though. It's just escaping me. I really gotta get his name right now. It'll come to me later. Anyways, back to what we're doing. So Far Sector, for some reason, another human Green Lantern. She's gonna be put in a canon, which is dumb. I'm not a fan of that because there's 72 human Green Lanterns. Like, they just keep adding them. Give us like one about an alien Green Lantern. That'd be cool. We don't need another human Green Lantern. Dumb. What else we got? Deceased Dead Planet, which is still pretty good. I enjoy it. I'm behind on Justice League because I just have not been interested in what's going on in Justice League. I'm just not. Hawkman ended, but it's really good. I've read like the first 2 volumes of Hawkman. It's really good, but it ended, sadly. What else am I reading? But yeah, I've read that in trade. Not reading Nightwing currently. Some of these have ended. Rorschach I actually heard was good, but I'm not reading it because it's Tom King, so I'm not reading that. Batman's Grave I want to pick up once the trade comes out. And The Last God, the best book of DC right now. Definitely the best book of DC now. Hitch, I could never. Yeah, I'm definitely pro Batman Catwoman being together. That's why I was mad when when he teased the wedding and then didn't have it happen. Yeah, the Cadet Green Lantern from Super Sons, I'd be down. I like that kid. And again, it was an alien. It wasn't a human. Faces of Death. Is that the one that Tony freaking what's his name? The guy that wrote Battle for the Cowl? I don't know why I can't think of his Tony Daniel. Is that the one Tony Daniel wrote? Yeah, the current Snake Eye story that Rob Liefeld's writing is just insane. It's involving like Norse mythology, but it's been decent. It's better than any other G.I. Joe book we've had in a while. Kind of sad. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like there are some good comics out right now. Like if I had to make a list. Okay, so best comics out right now. Let's see. Last God is like probably my favorite. Daredevil's up there. Batman Superman's really solid. I'm trying to think of like the really like upper echelon of books right now that I'm reading. Those are probably my top 3 right now. See Adrian, thanks for stopping by, man. Alan Scott, Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, Simon, Jessica Cruz. And then, yeah, and now we got this new girl as well. Like, it's so many Green Lanterns. Like, you could say Alan Scott kind of doesn't count because, you know, he's not part of the core. But, man, for them to keep sending rings to humans, like, come on. Like, stop it already. Like, there's so many human lanterns. Like, man, it's dumb. But I really, well, Daredevil I'm not reading. I'm reading in trade, so we'll take Daredevil off because I'm not reading it in trade. I mean, I'm reading it in trade, not in issues. But as far as, like, Bounty Hunters is good. But anyways, like, these books are all good, and The Last God's probably definitely the best, but there's not a book right out there that, like, I need to read the second it comes out. Like, Three Jokers was the last book for me like that, and prior to that, it was probably Doomsday Clock. Like, there's not a book right now that, like, as soon as it comes out, it's like, I need to read it right now. It's like, these books are really good, but it's like I can wait and like pick them up the weekend and read them. I don't need to go there on the day they come out and pick them up, or like buy it on Comixology and read it the second it comes out. That's the thing with comics right now, is there's not like a book that excites me so much that I have to read the last. Like, I heard Immortal the Hulk fell off. I heard it was really good, and then it like plummeted. I haven't read Immortal Hulk, but like that's the thing with comics right now, is like there are some really good books out there, definitely, but there's nothing that's really, really exciting in terms of like I need to read it right now. Like Three Jokers was, or Doomsday Clock. Like, there's just not a book like that right now. Man, I wish Marvel had a thing like DC where they just have current books. Why don't they have a current book? Come on, like DC's site is so much better. Alright, we can look at the future state lineup real fast. Let's look at the future state lineup real fast. So, January 5th. Oh, whoops. Dang it, dude. I keep doing that. I hope High Republic's good, but I don't have high hopes. So, we got Batman, not going to read that. Flash, probably not going to read that. Harley, not going to read that. Superman Metropolis, not going to read that. Swamp Thing, maybe, but probably not. Wonder Woman, another maybe. So, first day is of this event. Dang it, dude. I'm not going to read anything. January 12th. I'm not even clicking the arrow. Alright, I'm not gonna read Dark Detective, not reading Green Lantern. I'm reading Justice League. So the 12th is the first time I'm actually excited for a book from the future state. I'll be reading Justice League. Not reading Superwoman, not reading Robin, not reading Superman, Wonder Woman. Might pick up Teen Titans. So possibly 2 books on that Tuesday. Possibly. I have a Sweet Tooth, the return actually. But I have the first issue, but I'm honestly waiting. I don't want to... Like, that's a book I kind of want to read all at once. You see what I'm saying? So I have the first issue of Sweet Tooth. I haven't read it yet because I'm waiting. I kind of like want to read all of them at once. So, because I love Sweet Tooth. I wasn't the biggest fan of it coming back, though, because I thought it ended really well. Batman, not going to read that. Catwoman, not going to read that. Not going to read Immortal Wonder Woman. Wait, what the... I thought we had Nightwing. What the... Oh, no, I guess not. Maybe Nightwing, probably not. Superman Worlds of War, I'm going to read that. I have that on my poll. 26, not reading Aquaman, not reading Batman, Superman. I might pick up Aquaman, actually. Maybe. Not reading Batman, Superman, not reading Dark Detective, not reading League of Superheroes. Nope, nope. Or do they not have a main storyline? There's not a main storyline for Future State. As far as I know, there's not like, it's not like, oh, here's a main storyline, then here's all the spinoffs. It's just, here's the timeline, and here's all the different books involved with it. There's no, like, main storyline. Any thoughts on the upcoming Endless Winter? Not really. Oh, not film. Ah! Just like Faces in Endless Winter. Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on Endless Winter. I just don't really... I'm not too interested in it. Batman's design looks cool, kind of-ish. That's... yeah, not really. What are we looking at? Oh, yeah, this. That's what I was referring to, Tevya. Thank you. Future's End. Earlier when I was talking about the New 52 event where they skip 5 years in the future, that's what I was talking about. Future's End. It's just like Future's End. I even talked about that on Twitter, like when it was first announced, I believe. we can go over this. I might make a video on this actually. Where is it? When it was first announced. Cyberpunk, no. Yes. Yep, see? When it was first announced. How did everyone absolutely love Future's End? DC's doing it again. Yep. I'm saying, it's literally Future's End. So, if you don't know what Future's End is... Let's go to... Comixology. Future's End was a dumbass storyline during the New 52 where every book tied in with it, and it took place like 5 years in the future, and it was terrible, and like it was just really dumb. And they're like, here's a future that might happen in the DC universe. Ooh, isn't this cool? Interesting to see what's going on. And like every book tied into it, like all the main books, and it was dumb. And but they had like a main storyline as well. It was like 1 issue a week, kind of like 52 a bit, and it was really bad. Like it was really bad. And that's the first thing I thought of when they did this. The Alex Jones edit, yeah. When they did this Future State, I was like, oh, it's Future's End. Getting all in Future State might open a new category on Rainbow Pressing Comics. Wow. Have fun with that, dude. How they said when we getting the Sweet Tooth show? I don't know. We're also supposed to be getting a Gideon Falls show. Like Sci-Fi picked that up like after like issue 1 came out. I can't wait for Cyberpunk as well. Yeah, all the tie-ins sucked, yeah. The Green Arrow one was alright, but then they did a fake out of Oliver Queen's death with Deathstroke, which disappointed me. But we can talk about this. This is why I got Snyder fans mad at me, because I, surprise, surprise, you tweeted criticism of Snyder. So, when the Justice League trailer came out, I noticed how just absolutely dumb Steppenwolf looked. Steppenwolf looks so terrible. Now, his original design in Justice League looked awful as well. I wasn't saying this is worse. They're both terrible. His face, he literally looks like freaking Grumpy Cat. I don't get it. His face looks so bad. And then the spiky silver armor looks terrible. Just generic CGI. Like, what? Alex Jones writing a J. Jonah Jameson comic. I would read that in a heartbeat. But to me, in the New 52, he had a cool design. I like this sort of a bit kind of like a Nordic god type design, like a big bearded warrior guy. Because Steppenwolf's original design, like the green sort of pixie looking dude that he had like in his original design, is not that great. It's like not exactly how I would picture Steppenwolf, like considering the type of character he is. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. There's the original Steppenwolf design. Not the biggest fan of the original Steppenwolf design. It's interesting. It's better than what we got in Justice League. But the New 52 design I liked. I thought it was cool. Like, I think this looks pretty badass. And it's modern, it's updated, it's good. Like, look at this. That looks cool. I would be down to see that on the big screen. But instead, Snyder went instead of like, oh yeah, this looks cool. Nah, let's just make generic gray CGI villain. Like, what? It looks so bad. And why, like, he doesn't... Not everyone on Apocalypse looks like Darkseid. Not all of them have that gray skin like Darkseid. They don't all look like that. But he decided to make him like that. So I said that. And then I upset some people. Like this person said, maybe you should actually see the film before labeling it generic. Well, no, because it's design. I'm not saying the writing for the character is generic. I'm not saying the character sucks. I'm saying the design. You don't have to see the movie to look at the design and go, I like that, I don't like that. It's a design. It is generic. Which I'll prove in a second here. He said, I'm pretty sure it's much easier to just join the hate parade for the only director willing to tell realistic and unapologetic comic book stories. If it's an unapologetic comic story, why doesn't it look like the comics? Why doesn't it look like the comics? Wolfenstein's never looked like that. But anyways, then I said this. I said, this isn't a criticism specific to Snyder. This is to comic book movies in general. There are villains with some really cool designs in the comics, but when adapted to the big screen, they're just generic silver gray CGI. Now I'm going to do a thread on this. And then I did a thread on this. This is how the... have you been keeping up on the Going Metalman series? I have not. I've not been keeping up on that. If you punch Steppenwolf's armor, hand will be shattered. True. You just get poked. But anyways, this is how the 7 Deadly Sins look in the comics. Cool, interesting, distinct. They all look different. Here's how they look in the movie. They're all like generic, like gray CGI kind of puppety type. Like they all look very similar. They're not unique. They don't look different. They're all like, oh, this one's a little taller now, and that one's a little fatter. But then look here, look how unique and cool they all look. Like, they're very different. They all look the same. And then an actual silver samurai, so you know, someone that would fall into the category of being silver, so you can do it. But he looks cool. He's a samurai. He fights Wolverine. You know, he's badass. Pretty cool samurai design. They make him a giant CGI samurai mech. Oh, I called Samuel Wolfenstein? Damn it. I don't know, dude. I just do that. Like, what is this? Like, what? Why? And then this is one of the worst. Look how cool Ares looks in the comics. Like, the royal blue, the glowing red eyes. He looks sick. Like, he looks awesome with his art from Nicholas Scott. And then in the movie, he's a CGI dude with a mustache. And look how dumb his helmet looks compared to this. Helmet looks badass, warrior. And then he looks so much cooler. And then poor Doomsday. Poor Doomsday. Doomsday. So cool looking. The bones, the hair, badass, the freaking green shorts. And he looks like a troll. He looks like a troll. Like I said, he looks like he should be hunting Frodo, not fighting Superman. Like, look how bad he looks. Yeah, exactly. Imagine seeing Aquaman's curl outfit thing. Like, even if you don't, I like Aquaman, but even if you don't like the Aquaman movie, you can still look at the costume and be like, the costumes are good. Like, you don't need to see the movie to judge, oh, this looks good. Like, the costume looks good, the costume looks bad. Like, you can look at the design. But, man, look at how awful Doomsday look. He probably got done the dirtiest hit. Like, I mean, this was pretty bad as well, but he probably got done the dirtiest. Because he looks so bad. Like, the hair is such an essential part of making him look cool, in my opinion, is like the bones and the hair. And he doesn't have any hair! He's bald! Damn it! And he doesn't have the bone beard! Like, how cool is that? He's got a beard made of bones! That's badass! But, no. No. So yeah, that's why it's generic, because I listed 1, 2, 3, 4 different examples of generic gray CGI villains. And now we got a 5th one with Steppenwolf. I didn't say Wolfenstein, Steppenwolf. Wolverine was an underrated movie. The Wolverine is great until the final act, until the final battle between Silver Samurai and Wolverine. That part is terrible and leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It's the opposite of Rogue One. You know how Rogue One, you're watching it, you're like, it's a good movie, you're enjoying it, and then the Darth Vader scene happens, it's like, oh my god, this is amazing, and you leave with, like, the best feeling ever. The Wolverine's the opposite, because it's like, oh man, this movie's really good, I'm enjoying it, and then the whole Silver Samurai thing plays out, and you're like, this is awful, this is terrible. Like, it makes the movie seem worse than it was, because the final battle was so bad. But up until it's really good, especially the director's cut. I like it, but I like the director's cut of the Wolverine better than Logan. That's one of my unpopular opinions. I think the director's cut of the Wolverine is much better than Logan. Superior. How's it going, Teth Adam? Doomsday looks so bad. But yeah, I said this. There are plenty. Though, you know the funniest thing is? And then this guy said, don't look now, he's all gray. Like, thinking he was being real smart here. Also, the freaking, why the mohawk? He still looks sick because it's Joe Manganiello's Destro. But, yeah, Viper is a weird addition. But, like, the relationship between, like, the Wolverine fell apart when Darren Aronofsky left. Yeah. But it's, like, good. The Wolverine director cut's really good. It's just that final part where they had to do with big dumb CGI mech Wolverine. It would have been such an amazing movie. I believe it would have been, like, regarded as a top tier comic movie if they could have tweaked that part. And also the fact that, like, in the theatrical cut, there's some dumb stuff. Like, I've talked about it a million times before. It pissed me off so much. So in the theatrical cut, when Wolverine makes his way to the, you know, the big tower where Silver Samurai's at, he runs into, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy with the bow and arrow. And Wolverine says, F you, pretty boy, and then runs away and gets his ass beat. Like, literally, like, fights one guy and then runs. And the theatrical cut, he says, F you, pretty boy, kills every single ninja in his way, and then gets taken down and dragged to the, to the tower. Like, so it was like the contrast. Because in the movie, he's like, F you, pretty boy, and then he starts sprinting and runs away. It's like, what? what? See if Stephanie like stopped by. But in the director's cut, he kills off. It's like, yes, that's Wolverine. But man, how's it going, Riker? If you do stream at night, who gonna be playing? Well, I don't have any user games. I just play the CPU, so I don't know. Mitch plays a new user in our league though, Kyle, who's a friend of Shabaz's that just joined. So I don't know if I'll stream that or not. We'll see. But they play each other. And Mitch has been terrible, by the way, in this new, and this because we moved on to Madden 21, the new Madden, and it's definitely much harder than Madden 20. And Mitch hasn't beat the CPU yet, so it's rough. Another 4-hour Snyder cut. Seems like every movie he does, he needs at least 1 billion hours for an okay movie. True. That is like the fact that like. Cause like Batman v Superman, it's like, oh, you need to watch a 3-hour cut for the movie to be halfway okay. It's like Justice League, you need 4 hours for the movie to be kind of make sense. It's like, come on, man, you gotta, yeah, it's dumb. Punch the but man, and then I made here my Aquaman tweet regarding the whole costumes thing. Yeah, like this is the thing I was talking about, because in a world of generic gray CGI comic book movie villains, you have the Aquaman costumes, which are amazing. And I'm just talking about the villains here, not even the heroes, which Aquaman and Mera have great comic book accurate costumes. But look at how awesome Black Manta looks. It looks just like his one from the comics, except one of the more new armored ones, not like the skin tight ones they had. Hey, what's up, Joe? How's it going? They rushed him, yeah. I'm kind of excited for the Snyder Cut, because like it's gonna be such a train wreck. But it's gonna be a train wreck. And then Ocean Master, who is, in my opinion, probably the coolest looking on-screen villain we've ever had. Is there a villain that looked cooler than Ocean Master in terms of comic book movie villains? I don't think there is. Ocean Master looks so cool. Like, who would you guys say looked cooler than Ocean Master? Because as much as I love Zod and he's probably my favorite comic movie villain, he didn't look as cool as Ocean Master. Like, what else is there? I'm trying to think. What in terms of comic movie designs? Oh, I mean, X-Men Origins Wolverine's Deadpool, you know? That's probably the best. What else is there? I'm trying to think of who has the coolest designs. Loki looks alright. I don't know. Like Ocean Master, I think, by far, looks the coolest. Joker. Which Joker? Suicide Squad Joker. The lighting for Aquaman, yeah. All different colors. I like how colorful Aquaman was. When you have, you know, this. It's nice to see some color with Aquaman. You say they had the drip. Bullseye from Daredevil. True. But talking about from the original Daredevil movie, he looked great. Colin, what's his name? Let's look at him from Netflix, though. But, from the Daredevil movie, looked amazing. He looked, yeah. Look at that. Colin Farrell. He looked great. So bad. Winter Soldier looked great. True. Winter Soldier looked really good. I'd still say Ocean Master looks great. Looks the best. Bay's Decepticons. Green Goblin. Green Goblin looks alright. I wouldn't say he was near as cool as Ocean Master. Let's see. Look how cool he looks. He looks so cool. Not this part. Not when he's like Prince, but when he's actually like Ocean Master and he's in his full getup, he looks so sick. I mean, look at him. Look at those costumes. They look just like that in the movie too. Like we don't get that a lot. Hey, nice, Riker. What comics you been? What DC comics you been reading? Yeah, it was. Doc Ock, Spider-Man 2. I mean, he kind of just had like a coat and some arms. Let's see. Let's look up comic book movie. Because I think it's definitely Ocean Master and then Black Manta and then maybe Winter Soldier after that. Like Thanos CGI looked great, but in terms of design, I would not put him up there as like one of the coolest looking. Like, man, who's there? There's not. This is like really making me think about the fact there's not a whole lot of cool looking comic book movie villains. Like Winter Soldier looks great. Who else is there? There's not much. Man, Aquaman had the two best, like the two best looking. Yeah, me too. I'm glad they didn't kill him off. What are your thoughts on Joss Whedon's situation? See, the Joss Whedon thing is there's like a history there of seeing how bad Joss Whedon is. So I don't get why people keep hiring Joss Whedon. Like there's a history of that guy just being a douche and an all-around not good person. So I'm not a fan of Joss Whedon. Two-Face Batman Forever. Oh man, remember the Amazing Spider-Man villains? They had the best. I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank of like thinking of cool looking comic book villains in the movies. Like, they haven't really had it. Because the X-Men, like, none of the X-Men villains really looked good, did they? Like, Apocalypse looked very questionable. A lot of them don't even look like they do in the, yeah, there's like nothing. Like, there's nothing there. Penguin Smacks, Ocean Master. I hate Batman Forever. I mean, Batman Forever. Batman Returns. It's such, like, I enjoyed Batman 89, but Batman Returns is terrible. A lot of people have nostalgia for it, and a lot of people's first crush was Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, but the movie's just not good. It's so bad. It's so bad. Mysterio. Oh yeah, Mysterio looked good. Mysterio looked good. Let's see, Spider-Man. What the heck was the name of it? Far From Home. That's it. I forgot the name of the movie. Mysterio did look good. What the? No, not Illusion. Mysterio's definitely up there. I liked his design. He looked good. When they weren't trying to show off Gyllenhaal's face. He's definitely up there. Like, his design was good. Looked a lot like the comics. Worst of all time is Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom looked rough. Yeah, Doctor Doom does keep getting screwed over. Yeah, I agree. Captain America's suit looked cool, but we're talking about villains. Like, there have been a lot of good suits for the heroes. We're talking about villains specifically, like villain designs. Batman Returns is a horror movie. I forgot about Far From Home as well. I couldn't remember the name of the movie. I was like, it was Spider-Man. I almost went with World Tour for some reason. That's a Deathstroke comic book storyline. It was like Spider-Man World Tour. Uh-oh, we went through Lakey Inspired again. Juggernaut. Venom didn't look bad, but Vulture didn't look like... I mean, Vulture was alright, but I wasn't the biggest fan. The Violator from Spawn? Oh, no. Well, look, I have not looked at this. So look at this. Oh, yeah, Dan, because, yeah. Oh my goodness, looks... That live action looks hilarious. Oh, man. I never watched the live action movie. I've only seen the HBO show. But man, in live action looks hilarious. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Remember how bad Doctor Doom looked in the Fantastic Four movie? In the newest one, especially. Like, he didn't look... Oh man, he looks awful in the old one. Oh man, that's terrible. This isn't too bad, considering, like, the time. This one's not too bad. This is awful. But this isn't too bad. But man, the Josh Trank movie. Fan 4 stick. fan for. Like, what is this? What is this? Sabretooth X-Men 1. Yeah, Sabretooth actually did look good in X-Men 1. Honestly, he didn't look too bad. Snyder directed a super movie. Which brand do you think would have been perfect for him? Which brand would have been good for a Stanley Kubrick movie? That's a good question. I'll have to think about that. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Because Kubrick's so unique. Yeah, Just Drinks is blacklisted. Well, apparently he like showed up drunk on set and stuff and was just not very good to work with. I don't know if that's true, but I heard a lot that he's not very good to work with. I like Chronicle though. Chronicle's a good movie from Josh Trank. If you haven't seen it, Chronicle's good. We'll look up. You know what I've been thinking about recently? I think I'm gonna do a video on X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think I'm gonna rewatch it for the first time in like a decade. I'm gonna do a video on it. See how it is. Man, look at that design. What a great design there. Oh man. Who thought it was a good Deadpool design? Hugh Jackman's freaking jacked. Liev Schreiber is so good as Sabretooth though. Like Liev Schreiber was so good. And of course Hugh Jackman was great as Wolverine as always. But Liev Schreiber did great. Mystique for X-Men trilogy. Yeah, when they decided to just randomly make her naked for some reason. Not necessarily complaining because it was what's her name? Rebecca Romaine. But I would have liked to seen her design in the comics, like the white suit. Because Mystique's got a cool design. I like her in the white suit. Watchmen for Kubrick. I don't know. I feel like Kubrick might take too many liberties doing that. See you, Tevya. Thanks for stopping by stream, man. Yeah, well, the Watchmen movie was just a straight-up adaptation with, like, some weird Snyderisms in there. Like, everyone is just, like, has super strength for some reason and can just, like, throw people across the room and, like, punch through walls, essentially. It's like, okay. Gambit... That fight, when they first meet Gambit's so dumb. But what's his name that plays him? Did a good job. I like that guy. He's in Lone Survivor, also. I remember being so hyped watching the trailer for this movie. I was so hyped. Like, man, I was so hyped for this movie. And it did not disappoint when I first saw it. When I was a kid, I was like, ah. Yeah, she never wore the white suit. She was always naked for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I think I know why. But she has such a cool design in the comics. The X-Men played Darth. Yeah, Toad. Ray Park played Toad. Robin from Batman vs Superman. I think should be a DC or Green Lantern. Are you talking about Hal Jordan or like which Green Lantern are you talking about? Oh man, look who it is. Doug Walker. The scene was so dumb when he releases them all from their cages. It's like slow-mo and he's like going through. It's so dumb. I remember after I watched this movie though, my mom helped me. I cut out cardboard and wrapped it in tinfoil and I had Wolverine claws, homemade Wolverine claws. Sick. The opening to the movie is fantastic though. The opening credits though, where it's Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting through time, is actually amazing. Like legitimately one of the best parts of any Wolverine movie. It's actually good. But the rest of the movie's not so great. That's the canceled Justice League movie. You talking about the one that Miller was gonna do? The director of Mad Max. I wasn't the biggest fan of the stuff. Like Justice League Immortal, I think is what it was gonna be called. I'm not the biggest fan. Especially the casting. Parallax, yeah, the big fart cloud Parallax. Literally never wondered that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming that, yeah. Well, half of the Tobin gets struck by lightning. Justice League Immortal, I wasn't the biggest fan of the concepts I heard for it. They got the guy that played Flint in G.I. Joe what was the name of the G.I. Joe movie? The one with The Rock? Freaking, what was it called? Retaliation, that's it. That movie sucks. That movie's so bad. Man, not as bad as Rise of Cobra, though. Look at that Snake Eyes suit. Oof. I was so excited to see this movie, though. Saw it on opening day at, like, noon. I was so excited for G.I. Joe. I was like, yeah. Remember, there's a cool scene with Scarlet on the treadmill, though. So, there was that. One of the writers of X-Men Origins Wolverine. Nice. That explains why X-Men Origins Wolverine is so good. Snyder's offered Wolverine to turn it down because he didn't want to make it PG-13. I mean, I understand that. I would, man. I'm interested to see a Zack Snyder Wolverine. It would have been a 5-hour movie. Because considering the fact that he can generally do good action, I would think it would be cool to see what he would have done with Wolverine. Jawbreaker, second chance. Oh, no. Not after how bad the first volume was. No. I like Zod's Man of Steel costume, but it definitely wasn't like one of my favorites or anything. Yeah, in Retaliation, the suit wasn't bad. Yeah, I can spell. Yeah, like the suit looked good, unlike the first movie where it was terrible. And Snake Eyes is, Snake Eyes. I like Snake Eyes in Retaliation. Wasn't the biggest fan of this get up for Storm Shadow though. When Storm Shadow escapes, though, I remember liking that. I remember that scene being kind of cool. It's too bad they made a movie about The Rock. But yeah, I liked Snake Eyes' costume in Retaliation though. It was good. Unlike Rise of Cobra, where it was terrible. And now we're getting a Snake Eyes movie, which I'm not excited for because the guy that directed, like, ugh. Co-Commander and G.I. Joe was awful. Yeah, sorry, Henry Golding, who's a good actor, but kind of ruins a huge part of the story of Snake Eyes. A big part of the story of Snake Eyes is the fact that he's an outsider that comes and learns to be a ninja from the Arashikage when he's a white blonde American, which they're not accepting of. But here, he's an Asian guy, so he's not going to get rejected by them. So it kind of ruins a big part of the story of Snake Eyes. Like, that's a big deal. Like, he had to overcome, like, that hurdle when he went and trained with the Arashikage because everyone hated him because they're like, who's this Westerner white guy that's coming to train with us? And now it's like, because it's the same thing that Twitter basically tried to do with Iron Fist. Where they're like, oh, it's a martial artist guy, so he must be Asian, right? It's like, no. Iron Fist was always a white guy. And that's a part of his story, like. But they're like, no, it's a martial arts, so he's got to be Asian. That's how it works. It's like, why are you being so stereotypical? Like, what? And they try to do the same thing with Snake Eyes. I like Henry Golding, by the way. He's a great actor, but he's not a good fit for Snake Eyes. And also, because he's Henry Golding, he's a good-looking dude, they're going to show his face a lot, which is not a part of Snake Eyes. I don't want them showing his face all the time. He's probably going to be, like, taking his mask off all the time, like, showing his face, and, like, there's going to be a lot of that. Which is going to suck. You know? But that's how it is. He's great in The Gentleman, by the way. That's the only thing I've seen of him, but he was great in The Gentleman. He's so good. Dry eye. Yeah. And so that's the thing. Like, same with Snake. Like, that's a big part of, if you've read Snake Eyes Declassified, like, that's a big part of his origin, is the fact that he gets invited by Tommy Arashikage, aka Storm Shadow, to go and train with the Arashikage, and a lot of people hate him because he's some Western white American that's coming over there to train with them, and they think he shouldn't. It should only be for. It's the same thing that happened like IRL with Bruce Lee, where Bruce Lee was training Americans, and like he got a lot of hate from people over the Asian world because they're like, you shouldn't be training these Americans our way. You know, that's not You're supposed to keep it in house. And so it's stupid. Sleeping dogs, dog eyes. But and now that part of the story is gonna be ruined. Just like that's two big mistakes that people are making with Snake Eyes. Is one is it's the stupid thing of like, oh, if he's a ninja, he must have been trained since he was a little kid to be a ninja. They did that in Rise of Cobra, which no, Snake Eyes didn't learn until after he had already fought in the Vietnam War. He was already, you know. Yeah, he trained Sharon Tate. Yeah, he was already like an adult, and then he learned as an adult. But you know the whole thing, like, no, if he's a ninja, you have to learn from a kid. But that's not how it was in the comics in the original Snake Eyes origin. And then the other thing is that, oh, he's a martial artist, so he's got to be Asian, right? It's like that's actually a part of his story. Like, you know, there are some characters where like it would be nice if they kept their race how they are, but at the same time, it doesn't really affect the storytelling aspect. But in this part, Snake Eyes being white is actually a part of his story. Like that's a part that affects his story. So that's why it's like a bigger deal than when they like race swap someone else. But with Snake Eyes, it's actually a big deal. So it's dumb that they're doing that. But hopefully the movie's good. But I have no faith because the guy that's directing it. Who is the guy that's directing it? Oh man, he's directed like nothing good. It's this guy. He's directed like I think a horror. He directed R.I.P.D. or did he just write it? Roberts. He directed R.I.P.D. Oh no. I heard the Captain was. Did he work on Insurgent? I heard that movie sucked. So these are the quality. Red was good. Did he direct that? I liked Red. He did. Red was good. He's directed like one good movie. Wait, what? We're getting a third one? G.I. Joe Ever Vigilant? What? It's 2020. Where's this movie at? What the heck? It's on Rotten What? I never heard of G.I. Joe Ever Vigilant. What? This movie had to have gotten scrapped. What was it? Cutmouth didn't do anything in Luke Cage. Yeah. I like he liked RPG. I never heard about Horse. I have seen the Mad Max movies. I love Fury Road and I love Road Warrior. Road Warrior I like better than Fury Road actually, which a lot of people the other way around. Whereas the G.I. Joe and Transformers movies. Well, we just got the Bumblebee movie, which apparently people liked. I watched the opening on YouTube and it was cool, but I have not seen the rest of it. I have not watched the movie. But yeah, I'm guessing due to COVID, this got delayed. I thought they were gonna reboot, but they were talking about this being a sequel. Now, let's see the cast though. Is this? They really bring The Rock back? No, don't bring The Rock back. The problem with The Rock is if you have The Rock in the movie, you're gonna make it all about The Rock. Don't do that. It's apparently in development. Why is The Rock back? I don't want The Rock. No, I like The Rock, but not for G.I. Joe, because they make it all about him, and it's all about Roadblock. Yeah, Road Warrior is freaking fantastic. I really love Fury Road as well, but Road Warrior is my favorite. Man. I was hoping they'd reboot. Yeah, apparently people like this movie that he did. Maybe this guy's turning a corner and he'll do a good job. I want the Snake Eyes movie to succeed. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't look like it's going to be good. Bumblebee goes downhill after the opening. Rip. I saw the trailer for Bumblebee about 10,000 times because every movie I went to see during that time period before it came out, the Bumblebee trailer played. Like literally every single trailer. Like, I mean, every movie I saw, that trailer played. The driver don't pick the car picked the driver. I remember that. Played constantly. Just every movie. Got so sick of it. Samara Weaving, yeah. She's in, what's it called? She's great in that horror movie where they hunted her. Yeah, Ready or Not. Although the ending was really dumb. I was really disappointed by the ending in this movie. But up until the ending, it was good. And she did a great job in it. She's definitely a really good actress. But the ending to this movie was dumb. The ending to Ready or Not really disappointed me. But up until then, it was good. Why am I waiting for the watch along stream? There's like nothing good. Like, well, there's good movies on there, but I'm trying to think of something that would be fun to do a watch along stream, because I don't want to just like, I want to do a movie that like I can kind of like have fun talking during, because if I'm gonna do a watch along stream, I'm obviously not gonna literally watch it how I would normally and just sit there and just be quiet and just like watch the entire movie without saying anything. I want a movie, so if I watch a good movie, that's what I'll do. I kind of want like a dumb movie, like Batman v Superman or something that I can like, we can watch together and I can like pick apart. That's the problem. There's like not a movie like that I found. That's the only thing. Yeah, I heard that a lot, that like a lot of the cast is coming back for what's it called? For the Justice League Snyder cut. Ooh. Can you do more Among Us on the Papa Jeans channel? Maybe. The problem is, like, when I like half my friends like playing Among Us and the other half hate it. So like we'll play, and then after like 2 games, everyone's like, "This is boring. I want to quit and we'll do something else." So that's the only thing. But maybe. Who killed Captain Alice would be great. Is that what you were talking about? Is that the thing on YouTube that you were talking about before? I don't. Soundwave has the worst recommendations for what to watch on stream. Batman v Superman wasn't that bad. I beg to disagree. Batman v Superman was definitely that bad. I was just thinking about watching my video breaking down the Batman v Superman. Do I want to risk getting copyrighted on my own video because it has? Well, okay, let's see. I'm deleting this stream right after this so that way I don't get copyrighted. Let's see. Yeah, I did a fight analysis. Hello, people. I really hope I don't get... What if I put my because the problem is I play some clips in here. There's so much dumb crap. This fight is just one part of it. I disagree. The Snyder cut of, or ultimate cut of Batman v Superman was, but yeah, Donovan's right. Hemps hates Among Us, but the cut was better, the ultimate cut, but that doesn't mean anything because the main one sucked. Getting copy striked on your first stream pack. I know it can happen. Why they hate us? They don't like. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. They just get bored with it. Cause I really like Among Us. It's fun. Which character would you rather see Cooper, Drax, Silver Surfer, or Iron Man? I'd rather see him on Iron Man, honestly. Not Mitch constantly giving you away. Like Among Us. That's just because Mitch was drunk and being an idiot. He was drunk. Oh my goodness. He's giving away. They still didn't get. That made me so mad during that too when he gave away was me. Is Spawn on Amazon Prime? If it is, maybe I'll do it. Oh no. All right, let's see. We can. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I don't get copy striked. We'll watch one. I'm not putting it full screen because that's more likely to get copy striked. But I think with this I won't. But I'm gonna have to delete the stream like immediately after. Well, I'm the Comic Book Gamer. Today this video's back in 2016 when Batman v Superman came out. Holy crap!
So the actual fight that everyone waited for in the movie.
So long ago.
I'm going to be covering the fight from the director's cut, so the deluxe ultimate edition, whatever it's called.
Deep, yep.
Because I just watched that, and I really
I thought Batman v Superman was one of those movies that's like, it thought it was smarter than it actually is.
DVD pretty soon as well, so yeah.
Skip ahead to there.
And then Alfred would probably be like, hey, you know what, at least I just want to know your plans, so that way I can have some security and be like, okay, he's a master plan, he's got a great plan, I know he'll be alright, I don't have to worry about Bruce out there, I don't have to worry. And so then Batman just looks at Alfred and he's like, you know what, so this guy, Superman, that's what...
Oh, this is what I'm breaking down, talking about how I thought Alfred would be the voice of reason. Let's get to the actual fight.
Saying they've got my mom or something like that, so that way...
The thing is, I think you can't... So you can't rent it and do a, what's it called? You can't rent it and do a watch along. It has to be something that's on Amazon Prime, so that way everyone can watch it. So I can't rent it and do a watch along stream, sadly.
To listen to you because he heard everything you just said.
So go and kill her, Deadpool.
Like, got my mom. Be like, Lex has my mom. like he's a little kid and just like pissed off.
This made me so mad. Okay. Oh, I thought this was Last Jedi. I was like, Last Jedi wasn't out yet, and that was nowhere. I think this is why I really Snyder in a nutshell exactly. This fight, okay, no, I want to play the actual fight and just break it down, but oh man, this part, huh? Yeah, this is where I point out. So we have Superman here. He's fighting Batman. The only thing that's ever hurt him, like ever, in the entirety of his career being Superman, is right there. He could grab it and break it, or throw it, or do anything. Oh, Ian's calling me. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. But anyways, Superman you think would be not a complete idiot and be like, huh, this thing that's hurt me, maybe I should grab it now that I have the opportunity. Batman's basically immobilized and break it or throw it. But no, he doesn't. He instead elects to throw Batman through like some bathroom stalls. Like, what? And then here we have Batman doing the slowest reload in history, and Superman just angrily looks at him instead of, you know, actually going after him. Pisses me off. But yeah, this fight, I don't want to watch the whole video, but oh, this is where I actually play a clip where Batman just kind of pauses for some reason right here. He just pauses and like lets Superman recover. But this part pissed me off the most. Like, why doesn't he just grab it? Why doesn't he just grab the grenade launcher? What is Superman doing? He just makes it But the rest of the movie sucked too. But the fight, Batman Superman, the fight's 5 minutes long and it sucks. It was very disappointing. Because that was the one thing. Because going into this movie, after like hearing about reviews, I didn't read any, but I heard the general consensus was Batman Superman sucked. I was like, you know what? At least the action will be cool because it's Snyder. And then the action wasn't cool and the movie sucked. I was like, the way they handled Superman in the movie was very disappointing. The fact that Superman did the opposite of character development, just went backwards from Man of Steel. But I think that's about it, though. I'm about to end the stream. Appreciate everyone who showed up for my stream back. We got at a point we got to like 101 people, which is cool for my comeback stream. So this is fun. I'm probably going to be doing streams like this every weekend is the plan. So every Saturday or Sunday, I'll be streaming on YouTube. Other than that, I'll be streaming on Twitch, which should be linked in the description, I believe. Yeah, my Twitch is linked in the description. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's linked in the description. Same with my Instagram, that is on there. And my Discord, if you want to join my Discord, that's linked in the description as well. And my second channel where I post stuff like videos of me playing a KFC dating simulator. So, you know, or Among Us, stuff like that. My podcast is also linked in the description, which we should be having, well, we might do one today, actually, on the new episode of Mandalorian. That could be fun. We'll see. But that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Again, I'm stream on Twitch randomly throughout the week, and then streams on YouTube will be on the weekends. So Saturday and Sunday will be YouTube streams, and then streams throughout the week are on Twitch. So appreciate everyone showing up, and yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Hope everyone has a